Hi, how are you today?
Hi, Megan. How are you?
I'm good. Happy Halloween.
Thank you very much.
So, what a great movie. One of the things I noticed is you chose for a lot of your big sequences for, let's take the mine, for example, shot on set. There was no green screen. You shot that in an actual mine. So,
Yep.
why do the actual mine rather than going through the green screen?
Because I'm a glutton for punishment. Um, because well, you can do different things with the camera. If you're in an actual mine, I can run with the actors for, you know, 100 yards until they're desperately out of breath. Um, you can move through spaces in ways that you just can't do with
Mhm.
visual effects. And the actors are in a real space where they have to worry about slipping and tripping, and they're feeling the claustrophobia, and they're smelling what the mine smells like, which is not a bad smell. It's just a distinct smell, and they know they could hit their heads, so they're wearing a helmet, and they're a little bit anxious about making sure that helmet is on right, you know. And when you turn out all the lights before you're shooting, and it's absolutely pitch dark, like, those childhood demons come out, right? So it puts them in a situation which helps them instinctively, without any thought, uh, be right back and be in the place of a post-apocalyptic world where there's no power and where they have to do these dangerous things. There's no substitute for that, even if you could do it with visual effects, but you can't.
What made you want to direct this movie?
Partly challenges like that. I thought there were possibility for three amazing action scenes that were very distinct, where at least two of them you haven't really seen on film before. Like, nobody'd shot in that mine. Nobody, period, I think, has done a true action scene on a ski lift. And nobody had shot in a big way in Colorado in 20 plus years. There was Hateful Eight, Tarantino's movie, shot parts of it in Colorado, but like, you tell me a movie that's shot in Denver or Boulder or the mountains that are outside of them. There just aren't any, right? So the idea of being there and shooting these locations was very exciting to me, and the thematic of how humanity's rationality is what's going to allow them to survive in this horrible situation, and yet our rationality creates the conditions that we might need to survive from, if you will, which the some of the twists in the movie get you to, but also, just thinking about climate change or nuclear weapons, or you know engineered diseases, or artificial intelligence. So I like, they're all things that could be used for good. Nuclear power, could be used for the worst evil. So movies
All
ask.
done in an, I was going to say, all done in an entertaining format.
Well, thank you. Yes, please spread the word.
I will. So, why should fans see this movie?
Well, I think they're going to see some things on film and locations on film that they haven't seen. I think the movie asks some interesting questions and has an interesting thematic. I think the performances are, there's not a lot of characters in it, but all the characters really give amazing and different performances. Morena's character could not be farther from Mackie's character, could not be farther, from the Katie character that Maddie Hassan plays. The kid is amazing, his son. So there's just, I think, a lot to, and it's not a sequel, and it's not based on a huge best-selling thing, and it's not a comic book, and those are all great. But it's good to have some things that are just newly created from somebody's mind, I think. So
Something original, which we haven't seen in a long time. So, I
really hard
appreciate
to
that.
release movies that are original unless they're really tiny, right? Something at
Yes.
this scale, there's very few.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for speaking with me. I'm super excited for everyone to see the movie.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Megan.